All right, back in the basement again today. I wanted to give you guys just a quick training update. I had probably one of the best weeks I've ever had last week on the Juggernaut AI app, and in general, I hit PRs across the board when it came to rep PRs for high bar squats, for deficit deadlifts, and I guess maybe for bench. I don't know. It's really tough to say because I've been working in chains in all of my training for the most part, and I've really been enjoying it thus far. And I've been getting some questions, and I'll try to do an updated video on if I think they're going to pay off or not. But one of the things I like to do is when I'm way out from an actual test out or from a meet, which I am right now, I'm just starting off a new training cycle, that's when I really start to mix in a lot of the variety when it comes to different movements, because you're far out from a meet, you don't need to get that specificity just yet. So that's where I really like to experiment with things. And obviously, as we get closer and closer to actually competing or testing out, I'll wean off of those other things and get specifically focused more on some of the powerlifting movements. So really happy with the program so far. I've been enjoying training a lot. I'd like to get more training videos and just general strength tips out there, like just some general tips on squatting, deadlifting, and maybe benching. We'll see. Bench isn't really there yet, so I don't really feel qualified to give you a lot of advice around that. But I have been really enjoying training, but I just have so many of these review videos that I need to get through, and that's what you've seen a lot of these last couple of months and even last couple of years. It's tough to catch up when you're buying so much stuff and going through so much equipment. Now, that being said, speaking of equipment, today what I wanted to do was break out the Mike Bartos log. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted this the other day that I picked one up. Again, I wanted to just kind of start playing around and experimenting with things, and I started with the chains and box squatting, and now I'm going strongman type equipment. I just really love variety to an extent in my training. Again, powerlifter through and through, but I do like to mix things up on occasion, and I do like playing around with different gym equipment. So I picked up one of these logs. It's the 12-inch log. It weighs 150 pounds. It is awesome. And recently, when I was at the Top Strength Project for my last meet back in October, they actually had logs from Mike Bartos, from Rogue, and from Titan. And the Mike Bartos log blew everyone out of the water. I think it's safe to say it's going to beat the Titan log, but it was way better than the Rogue log as well. So I really wanted to go with Mike, and I also ended up getting my box squat box from him. Really pleasant experience, and I'll eventually be doing reviews on those things as well. Now, how I'm programming that in today is, since I had such a big week last week, it was kind of the cap of that specific hypertrophy block I was doing where the intensity and the volume was super, super high. Today, or in this week I should say, is a deload week, so scaling everything back. So what I'm going to do is do a lot of my normal movements, but one of the things I had programmed for today was overhead press, and instead of doing that with an axle like I've been doing the last couple of weeks, I'm just going to work on some singles with the log. And I'm going to do singles because I'm terrible at overhead pressing movements, and the log weighs 150 pounds. And again, it's a deload week, and I just want to kind of work on some technique and stuff. I've been watching some videos from my boys, Alan Thrall, Brian Alsrew, Curtis from the Kurt Locker, some Shaw Strength videos as well, and they get a lot of good tips, and I probably need to do some refreshers because I have a feeling this is going to get a little sloppy. All right, so log is pretty tough, but I understand that. It's gonna take me a while to get my form and rhythm and all that stuff down. I feel like for being like my first time really trying, I feel like I'm doing okay. I feel like I'm not being as consistent and as efficient as possible in getting the log up. I feel awkward getting it off the mats. I need to watch some more of those tutorial videos. And then the initial clean up, I feel like it's okay. I feel a little unstable, but that's all right. And where I'm really struggling is the press. My overhead press is not good to begin with. Probably not the best idea to go with a 150-pound log or so to start my log training experience. But I think I'm being timid and almost a little bit nervous because I know in my mind I should be trying to drive up as much as I can, but part of me is holding back a little bit too because I don't want to fuck up. But we're gonna go ahead and give it some more tries and see what we get. All right, so calling that a day for the log session. So I ended up basically trying to attempt 10 singles. I think maybe like 3 of them were actually somewhat decent. No matter what, it was a great learning experience. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board, watch some more of those videos, get some tips from my friends. But overall, fun. And again, I think some were better than others. I think one of the things that I really kind of felt and pinpointed were my triceps were really weak at the lockout. So that's something I can potentially work on. That should also help with my bench press because, as I mentioned already, bench isn't exactly where it's at for me, but it was fun overall. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to some more videos coming with strength reviews, a lot of this stuff. If you have any questions on anything specific, let me know in the comment section below. But in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.